And welcome in Mike Bordick. And Mike, it's the same storyline night after night in this losing streak. The Orioles can't get a breakout inning. They're not scoring enough runs, and as a result, they now have lost 6 in a row.
Well, they haven't hit as many home runs as they'd like to. I mean, I think things are starting to show up, how reliant this team has been on the long ball. Take a look at the box score here. Their 3-4 hitters, Adam Jones and Chris Davis, who got on a nice little roll. Adam Jones has been swinging that pretty well, but they were contained tonight, 0 for 4 each of them. They each had 2 strikeouts. You know, Wieters, Pierce had a couple knocks, which is good to see. Scope picking up a single, Joseph, but they couldn't get the big inning. This is a big inning team, and I think that's what teams target, you know, the Orioles for. They have to stay away from the big inning, try to find ways to minimize the damage, and they've been able to do that. Neutralizing Jones and Davis is certainly a big reason why tonight.
Mike, tonight, Miguel Gonzalez, 4 1/3 innings, just did not get deep in this ball game. It wasn't that he had a bad effort out there tonight. He seemed to be making a lot of good pitches, but just not the quality pitching that we saw out of him early on in the season.
Yeah, you know, he hasn't really been able to rebound since that groin injury back in June. And just when you think he's starting to turn the corner, I agree with you. He's making some good pitches. He is making quality pitches, but it only takes 1 or 2 mistakes really to upset the cart. And unfortunately, this team kind of jacked his pitch count up. I mean, you look back through Miguel's season, he's had 24 starts now. Half of them, he hasn't pitched more than 5 innings, 5 innings or less. So that's tough. It's tough on the Orioles bullpen. Bullpen did a magnificent job tonight. It's just unfortunate that Miguel hasn't been able to find that role and lock in to that consistent delivery and repeatable delivery that we've seen in the past.
Yeah, he had a 39-pitch 3rd inning, and that really did him in as he couldn't make it through the 5th. So again, Mike, we're back to the same question. What can the team do to break out of this to get a win, to first snap the losing streak, and then hopefully get on a roll? Because, each night we seem to say, well, yeah, the opposing team starter pitched a great game, but this is supposed to be a contending team.
Yeah, you got to find ways. You got to battle. You can't give in. You got to maybe change some things. Hey, go up there and not think about hit a home run on the first pitch. Think about going the other way. I mean, you hate to use other teams as an example, but you see what Kane did tonight. He hit the ball through the hole with a runner in motion and a hitter's count. So they executed the run and hit perfectly. And, that's the number 3 hitter, one of the best all-around players you're going to see in the game. So it's those type of little things, the detail in the ball game, not giving away at bats. Now, listen, they put together some good at bats. Duffy pitched a good game. And, of course, when you get into the bullpen here in Kansas City, it is going to be really tough. But keeping the ball out of the air, sticking with a consistent game plan, and somebody's got to get them going. I mean, there wasn't a lot of energy out there, not a lot of fire at the end. It's a 3-2 ball game against a team that went to the World Series last year. They've got to start turning things around, and now their goal is let's get back to 500. How about that? So play back to 500 and then start thinking about hunting down a wild card spot.
All right, Mike Bordick joining us from Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City. Royals win it